my fellow travelers. As we walk this crazy path called life, let's see what messages the universe has in store for us. In today's Pick a Card topic, we're going to look ahead at what's coming in the month of June. This is just a general reading based on the day's current energies, so take what resonates and please ignore what doesn't, all right? Pick the stone or the pile that you feel pulled to, and I'll give you a few minutes or seconds to think about that. Timestamps are below. Let's get started. Hi, group number one. So today we're looking at what's coming in June. So let's see, I got your spread here for you. In the career and money pile, we have victim. So in June, you are going to protect yourself. You're not going to allow yourself to be victimized. You're not going to passively accept a situation that doesn't serve you, and you're not going to make any rash decisions. Okay, so you will not make yourself a victim in June. Chakra cards, we have the seventh chakra, the crown chakra, and its theme is creation. And this is the artistic path, like the divine feminine, owning your gifts. And it says you should ask yourself, am I waiting for someone's permission to create my life? Now, this in conjunction with the Magician Tarot card, the Magician really echoes this idea of being a creator, an artist, of getting an idea from the ether and making it a reality down here in the 3D. So, since we have a lot of artists in the group, and you don't necessarily have to be an artist, the act of creation is something anybody can do. For our success oracles, it's a career and business tips from the good, the bad, and the visionary. We have Angela Merkel and Calvin Klein. Angela Merkel is the German chancellor known for her budgeting, and her card says, a penny saved is a problem solved. No big debt goes unpunished. And the free world has a lot of overhead. And Calvin Klein's card, of course, you know him. His brand is known for its scandalous advertising campaigns. His card says, take risks and have a press statement ready. Find real meaning in innuendo. And outrage into art form. Okay, so I'm seeing, especially with this Calvin Klein card and also the creation chakra card and the magician card, I'm getting that a lot of you guys are artists. And with the Page of Cups tarot card, I'm seeing a really great new idea coming to you in June. You're going to have this flash of inspiration that's really going to move you forward in your career. So that's something to look forward to. And I think this idea, it could possibly be a little risky or controversial. With the Seven of Wands, I'm seeing that while your idea or creation will definitely have a lot of fans, not everyone is going to love it. It might bring out a couple of trolls or haters, but don't let them get you down. You might have to defend your ideas or your creation, or you might just have to ignore them and focus on the people who do love what you're doing. But you do have the upper hand in the situation, and you will win the struggle if you can take the high road and follow through. So it's good. You'll be fine. I would say that since we have the Angela Merkel success card, you might want to be careful about how you spend your money in June. It would be a good idea for you to find ways to accomplish your vision while staying on budget. You might think it's cramping your style, but I think the financial restrictions might actually liberate you. There's this great film by Lars von Trier called The Five Obstructions, and in it, a filmmaker is given an assignment with a different obstruction each time he does it. And spoiler alert, stop if you don't want to hear what happens, but he finds that when he doesn't have any limitations at all, the final product isn't as impressive as when he has to overcome some sort of restriction. So I think it's a great message for any artist or anyone just living their life. You know, you should really let your restrictions inspire you. And, you know, I'm talking about restrictions. I'm not seeing anything bad financially. Everything looks quite good, but I am just seeing a message that it would be a good idea to be careful about how you spend your money, regardless of how much money you have. All right. So let's move on to the love and relationships spread. Now, the Romance Angel Oracle card says true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So that's awesome. So I think some of you are going to be meeting a special someone in June, and others of you are already in a relationship and your love will be in full bloom next month. However, I'm looking at these two other cards, and some of you are going to have a very interesting June. Not necessarily with your true love partner. I'm looking at the Love Oracles deck. It's sex and romance inspiration from the good, the bad, and the beautiful. And we have Queen Victoria and Marquis de Sade. Queen Victoria, obviously, Queen of England. She was one of the most loved and longest reigning monarchs in the UK. Her card says, I would venture to warn against too great intimacy with artists, as it is very seductive and a little dangerous. And no girl would go to the altar if she knew all. And the important thing is not what they think of me, but what I think of them. Okay, so Queen Victoria has a little warning for us. Marquis de Sade says, it is always by way of pain one arrives at pleasure. And either kill me or take me as I am, because I'll be damned if I ever change. And certain souls may seem harsh to others, but it is just a way of caring and feeling more deeply. So, so it's definitely a little sadistic there. Marquis de Sade, he was also brought up in a royal household, and he was a scandalous libertine and lover of his time. And the word sadistic actually refers to his erotic writings because his last name is de Sade. And it says his works were characterized by a ruthless and amoral vision of human nature. So that's interesting. So given de Sade's personality and also Queen Victoria's warning, I think in May, someone is entering your life and they might be a little dangerous for you. I'm getting a little stranger danger. This is if you're not on lockdown, of course. Like, I'm sensing someone very edgy, very provocative entering your life. Like bad boy, bad girl, bad person kind of energy. And you might be drawn to them like a moth to a flame. But some of you may want to heed Queen Victoria's advice and not get too seduced into their world. But, some of you might feel like that kind of person could do you a bit of good. I don't know. With the Knight of Swords, I'm seeing that a lot of you in group number 1 are dealing with a lot of stress, or maybe you just have a lot on your mind. And with the Eight of Cups, some of you are maybe looking for a little bit more out of life, even if it's just a momentary distraction. And if that's you, I think you might find that this person's intense focus on you will make you feel like a star, and it's going to be a bit addictive. And if you decide to pursue this, definitely know your boundaries and what you're comfortable doing and what you're not okay with. And remember the victim card that we got at the top of the reading, and that you're not going to put yourself in a victim position in June. You're gonna want to try to tame them, but most likely this person isn't going to change. They won't change. Some of you might be able to lock them down. But I think for most of you, I'm seeing that change doesn't come very easily for them. They're wild. You probably can't change them. And I think some of them might want to toy with you, like it's this little sadistic game of theirs they have. But you're not anybody's ball of yarn, okay? You're the freaking Queen of Pentacles. You make things happen. You understand the importance of timing and seasons. You go with the flow and you don't force anything. You won't let yourself be manipulated by them, and you will keep a level head. You will know what you're getting into, and you're owning it. Okay, if you decide to do this, you're in charge. And This is the kind of person, they're going to take you for a ride. Like, like not in the literal sense, although maybe you could do some joyriding, but I'm talking like metaphorically. But if you allow them to take you on the ride, it could be the thrill of a lifetime, like 50 Shades of Grey kind of energy. Like, there was this Kim Basinger movie from the 80s. I think it was called 9.5 Weeks. Like that kind of energy. Like, you're going to experience what feels like true love and romance in the moment, but the energy is wild and ultimately unreliable at this point. And I'm warning you, it could be fleeting, like Eight of Cups style. Like, like they could leave at the end of it. It'll be hella fun and sexy, but fleeting. And when it's over, it'll feel like sort of a weird fever dream. So just make sure you know what you're okay with and what you're not okay with. So stay true to yourself, Queen of Pentacles. All right, group number one. If you want to experience unconventional love and a wild ride, be on the lookout in June because a wild stallion has their eye on you, or some of you. Like maybe you're kind of bored anyway and you feel you could handle the ride, maybe even want a little excitement. Then in that case, when you meet them, you should maybe keep an open mind, stay safe, but keep an open mind. But, if you're sort of in an emotionally fragile place and you want to protect your heart and you want to stay away from the roller coaster, or maybe you're already in a relationship, then definitely shut it down. Like, do not proceed. Red light, red light. Stranger danger. Don't go there. And you're not going to let yourself be the victim. Remember the victim card, okay? So it's really all about where you are in your life and what you're able to accept and handle with this reading. But there are going to be some interesting people and opportunities that will present themselves in June. So yeah, basically overall, follow through on your ideas. You're going to get a really good one. But keep an eye on your bank account just because it's the responsible thing to do. And proceed with caution and with your eyes open in the romance department. All right? Okay. Thanks, group number one. Take care. Hi, group number two. Today we're looking at what's coming in June for you. So let's take a look at our career and money spread. For the archetype card, we have Queen, and this card says, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. So I'm seeing a powerful woman or person who knows their worth, someone who's confident and able to protect themselves and own their power, whether you're a man or woman or whatever you identify as. For our chakra card, we have the fourth chakra, which is the heart chakra, and its theme is perception. And it says, the heart knows what the eyes cannot see. Follow through on whatever is before us. All right, so you got to have a little faith and use your perception. Success oracles, we have, it's career and business tips from the good, the bad, and the visionary. We have Michael Bloomberg and RuPaul. Michael Bloomberg is the 3-time mayor of New York and runs a media company. His card says, take your paper route in new directions. If you make headlines, own them. And count on numbers to amount to something. And then RuPaul's card, RuPaul is the host of RuPaul's Drag Race. And RuPaul's card says, tailor conventions to suit you, bespeak volumes, and a showstopper never stops showing up. So with the Eight of Wands, I see you really hustling in June, like really making things happen. And good news is on its way for a lot of you in June. With the Bloomberg and RuPaul success cards, I'm seeing something about media and images. Like people are going to be watching you and really analyzing what you do. So for some reason, you're really going to be looked at closely in June. People are going to be paying really close attention to what you're doing and saying. And, I don't know if you already have some sort of platform. Maybe you're posting on Instagram or you have a YouTube channel. But some of you are going to be extra influential in June. And others of you may be up for some type of review at work, officially or informally. but I see you being reviewed and looked at, maybe being considered for some sort of promotion, that kind of thing. Um, and with the Seven of Swords, I'm getting that it's important for you to watch what you say. So really watch your language, watch your words, and don't give anyone ammo to use against you. Try to only use positive and diplomatic words. Not that anyone's out to get you, I'm not saying that, but I'm just seeing that it's important for you to proceed carefully for whatever reason. And I think that it's so that you can get ahead in your career. Um, and with the Five of Swords also, I'm seeing that it will also be extra important for you to be diplomatic in how you deal with other people. Take everyone's feelings and needs into consideration. We got that Queen card earlier, so sort of tap into that sort of queen mindset of kind of serving your subjects and making sure all their needs are met. You need to really be a consensus builder in June. I'm seeing good news is coming for you, but I think a lot of it hinges on how cooperative, diplomatic, and tactful you are in June. But yeah, it's definitely good. So just be the queen that you are. And in the love and relationships spread, we have a Romance Angels Oracle card. And it says, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And this is interesting. In the Love Oracles, Sex and Romance Inspiration from the Good, the Bad, and the Beautiful, we have Joan of Arc and Laverne Cox. Now, Joan of Arc, she's a saint now, but way back in the day, she went to court dressed in military clothing with her hair cut short like a man's, because she was trying to convince Charles VII that she should help him get the crown, which she did do. And her card says, only settle for eternity. Love and faith will defeat violence. And be not afraid of fire and arrows or anything that may come. All right, and Laverne Cox, her card, she's the activist and actor who usually plays transgender roles. Her card says, no one is going to have pleasure on your behalf. Go out and claim yours now. Let them love you for who you really are. And embrace those closest to you so your warmth and power make them strong like you. Now, with both of these people, I think both Joan and Laverne are really fearless. So that's my main takeaway here. Joan, she says, be not afraid of fire and arrows. And Laverne is like, go out and claim your pleasure. So they both have a vision, or had a vision, and they stuck to it, regardless of what anybody said. So I think the spread is saying that you need to be ready to just really go for what you want. Just stay true to yourself and claim your future. And with the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles and the Tarot cards, I'm seeing a really stable and happy family life with a loving partner. But you need to be really clear on what it is you want. While at the same time, with the Angel Oracle card, it's saying if the universe sends you someone that's a little different than usual, keep an open mind, because this person will make you really happy. And with the Joan of Arc and Laverne Cox cards, I'm getting that this person is going to bring you your happy ever after ending. They're a little unconventional. They kind of march to the beat of their own drum. I'm getting someone really different, in a great way. And with the Queen of Cups, they're going to be really emotionally fulfilling for you. And I'm seeing a lot of happiness here, but you have to keep an open mind. Okay, now I'm seeing these cards and I have to do an alternate reading here because I'm seeing something else here that isn't going to resonate with everyone, but I'm just reading what I see and feel. So bear with me if this doesn't pertain to you. So what's obvious to me is that with both the Joan and Laverne cards, both of them have some sort of gender bending energy going on. And with the Romance Angel saying keep an open mind, I'm getting a very David Bowie-esque energy from this relationship spread. And I think some of you may want to tap into a different gender energy in June. We all have feminine energies and we all have masculine energies, and how much we have of each one is what makes us unique, or one of the things that makes us unique. like in the Six of Pentacles tarot card, with the scale the man's holding, it's about balancing the energies of giving and receiving. And I'm seeing here in this spread, I'm seeing it as balancing the energies between the active masculine and the receptive feminine. So if you're kind of ignoring the divine masculine within yourself or the divine feminine, regardless of what you identify as, I think that June will be a good time to sort of tap into that unexplored energy. Like if you have a really feminine personality, you might want to wear pants and lean into something more, and lean into being like more direct and making the first move, like that sort of energy. And if you have a very masculine energy, you might want to try glamming it up a bit or being more intuitive, put more gel in your hair or wear something beautiful or whatever, I don't know. Um, but I'm just getting something with gender neutrality or tapping into different gender energies. Like there's definitely some gender fluidity or gender bending here. Um, some of you may decide to date someone who uses a different pronoun than you would normally date. I'm getting some experimentation here. June could be a good month for that. If you're not on lockdown and you're being safe. If but I would just say if you're trying something new, just be open and honest about what you're doing with the other person, because some people don't want to date someone who's just experimenting. Like they don't want to feel like they're an experiment, obviously. So just be open and communicative is all I would say to that. Just to give them all that kind of information so they can protect their hearts if they want to. But yeah, so that's what I'm seeing here. So overall, just watch your words and your actions in June, because you could be being considered for something really great. And try leaning into another gender's energy a little bit more. All right, I think it would bring some positive results, if only for a short while. Just try it. Okay, group number 2. Thank you. Hi, group number 3. So for today's pick a card, we're looking at what's coming in June for you. All right, so we have a career and money spread for you first, and then we'll look at love and relationships. So for career and money, the archetype card, we have Poet, and it says expresses soul insights in symbolic language and seeing beauty in the people and things around you and express it in a way that helps others see it too. So this, in conjunction with the King of Cups card, it really emphasizes this artistic side of you. You love beauty and art, music, drama, all of that. I think it really feeds your soul, and you have the heart of a poet. So definitely lean into that in June, express yourself artistically. For the chakra cards, we have the third chakra, which is the solar plexus chakra, and its theme is abundance. And it says the question you're supposed to ask yourself is, are your thoughts and actions around money empowering or disempowering you? And I'm seeing this with the Five of Pentacles, and it looks like you might be struggling with maybe a lack mentality, or maybe feeling like you want more money. But with the Two of Pentacles, I see that you're making it work, and it's all going to be fine. And you're going to just keep working on your positive manifestations and attracting abundance, and there's no problem there. Success oracles, career and business tips from the good, the bad, and the visionary, that deck. We have Dr. Dre and Michael Jordan. Dr. Dre is the rap star and producer, and Michael Jordan, obviously he's the Chicago Bulls basketball star and co-owner of the Charlotte Hornets. I'm sure you know both of them already. So Dr. Dre's card says, listen to your inner voice through a premium speaker, and always stay ahead, even behind the scenes. And don't keep a finger on the pulse, use a stethoscope. Okay, and Michael Jordan's card says, reach for that highest vertical jump, metaphorically is fine, and trademark your trademarks, and make it an old habit to try something new. Okay, so I'm seeing something with music or sports, especially with that archetype poet card. Definitely expressing yourself in June would be really great, artistically or even physically. And maybe like if you're not on lockdown and it's safe for you to go out where you are, you might make a good business contact at an outdoor sporting event or a small or outdoor concert. Like maybe you're just going for fun and to get out of the house, but then I think that some of you will end up meeting someone who could really help your career. And on the physical plane, some of you might want to continue focusing on working out, like going to the gym, or if it's safer for you where you are, going on a run outside. It's really going to help you clear your mind and you're going to feel great, which will help you out in other areas in your life. Also, both Dr. Dre and Michael Jordan, both of these guys are really good at marketing their products. Obviously, Jordan has a line of sneakers with Nike, Air Jordans, and then Apple acquired Dr. Dre's Beats by Dre headphones and speakers line. So I think in June, you're going to make some headway in branding yourself or in getting your name or art out there. Like with the Two of Pentacles, I see that you'll be juggling and balancing a lot, but it looks like you'll be able to handle it. And you're going to have fun while you're doing it. Now for the romance or the love and relationships spread, for the Romance Angels Oracle card, we have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And in the Love Oracle, Sex and Romance Inspiration from the Good, the Bad, and the Beautiful, we have Albert Einstein and Greta Garbo. Albert Einstein is a famous scientist. I feel like I don't really need to introduce any of these people, but I do. So what's interesting about him is he had 2 wives, 3 children, and at least 10 mistresses. His card says, objects in a mirror are closer than they appear. And the distance between 2 objects is always relative. And the simplest things are sometimes the most complex. And then Greta Garbo, she's the famous film actress from the 20s and 30s. She retired early and withdrew from society. Her card says, are you sure you wouldn't rather be alone? Only go to the altar if you take the lead. And marriage isn't the only way to have a partner for life. So they're both interesting and eccentric people. So I'm getting that group number 3 is a little complicated. And I think that some of you guys are getting tired and maybe just want to give up on love and just chill out, maybe Greta Garbo style. You want to just stay in and Netflix and chill. You've maybe had to kiss one too many toads in your search for the right person and you're just kind of over it. But the Romance Angel card seems to be saying, don't give up yet. A great love is out there for you and you need to keep making the effort. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it looks like luck is going to turn in your favor. But you have to make the effort. With the 3 of Wands, I'm seeing a lot of your ships start to come in for you in June. It's happening. Tides are turning in your favor. But you got to help fate help you. And with the Hierophant card, I'm seeing marriage for a lot of you. Not necessarily in June, but the steps on the path to marriage will begin soon. And for a lot of you, it will begin in June, the first steps to it. Like maybe meeting someone or having discussions about it. But you're going to get there through a more traditional dating style. Like don't move too fast with anyone. Take your time with them and get to know them. Have them meet your parents when you're ready. Like whatever advice your grandparents would give you or however they met, do that. Like just stick with the traditions and the tried and true. And for some of you, with the Hierophant, I think maybe you'll meet your person through church or synagogue or whatever faith you practice if you do. And if you're already in a relationship and it's growing a little stale, you need to keep putting effort into it, and your success in the love department will largely depend on how much effort you make. So you've got to tap into that King of Wands energy we see here and make that love and the passion sparks fly. So if you're single, sign up on the apps, find a matchmaker, do whatever your gut is telling you to do, because if Albert Einstein could find happiness with that many partners, there's definitely someone out there for you. So keep with it, group number 3, all right? Love is around the corner for you. All right, that's all I have for you today. Thank you. Take care.